Welcome back to the show, the Communication Group's Thunderdome, for another Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87 best weekly podcast, a show about everything and nothing, coming right at your ass one day a week. Sin Shotgun is Uncle Nick. Give him a follow on Twitter at Nickason. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. Wait, what's it?
Tell a friend, spread the word, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Good, interesting stuff going on. Also, really, really terrible stuff. But like we've talked about before, we like to keep it light. We know that this is a distraction from the real world. But yeah, another school shooting. It's very sad, very tragic. Nick, rebuttal.
Yeah, it's horrible to see the. And yes, the action is tragic, but almost the reaction from everyone else is, I don't want to use this term, but almost as worse because now there's arguments of who's to blame, how to do to fix everything, what's going on, and like how can we stop this, and like who's on what side political wise, and it creates monsters out of a lot of people, and 17 children, I think they're all kids are gone now. So.
Nick, I said we don't talk about that on the show.
Whatever.
I think you just talked about.
Whatever. You said talk. You said rebuttal.
I was expecting you to be like, yeah, it sucks.
Oh. Okay, well, forget what I said. Yay, go music.
All right, so on the gym mix, like this band came up, the Pretty Reckless, and there is something about a female lead singer rock band that just does it for me. Where like the music is good, and also
Oh yeah,
Because so Pretty Reckless, they've done "Makes Me Wanna Die," and then this is their most well-known song, probably.
I'm not too familiar with them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, which really surprises me. Yeah.
There's a lot of great bands. There's a lot of good music out there. It's hard to track every song, everything going on. So, yeah.
All right, but we got a game. It's Hockey Player or Author, Boston Bruins Edition. And it's a new game that producer Allie came up with. And we go, since I have no idea about hockey players, Nick, you have zero idea as well. And we don't read, even though I did have you buy a book for me today at Barnes & Noble. While they're still there. Almost like nostalgia. But yeah, it should be a good game. We'll do that. I don't have a drop for that one yet since it's so new, so I'm just going to play Wisconsin or Russia because that one always makes me laugh. Yeah. But let's see what else we got here. Valentine's Day. Nick, did you do anything?
No, I had no plans. I am a single guy. I did not go out looking for love and just kind of relax, stay home.
What's the most you've ever done on Valentine's Day? Like, have you tried to woo a lady?
In college, I've bought flowers, I think, roses for a number of ladies, I think, a number of lady friends.
Yeah, because what was what was that flower place in Winona that everyone went to? It was like Flowers on Broadway or something?
I forgot about that place, yeah.
Yeah, but good times. Someone who also everyone goes to buy and sell your home in the Twin Cities, Josh Belto, Remax Preferred. He is the man, simply put. He returns phone calls, he texts, he stays in contact with you as you make the biggest purchase/decision of your lifetimes. He does that, bam. Not just a billboard realtor. He is down in the trenches working for you. So give him a call, 763-213-4617, joshpelto.com, Josh Pelto, Remax Preferred. Hit it up. All right. Olympics. I've been watching any Olympics at all?
Yeah, I've been. I tune in every night. Usually watch a good half an hour to an hour.
And you're the demographic that the Olympics is trying to get because it was
the Asian.
No, like women and cats. Because it was telling like hockey was on NBCSN last night. Hockey, you think for the normal, like, American sports viewer, that would be numero uno. But figure skating, pairs figure skating was on NBC proper. So get the most eyeballs on there. That's because it appeals to the largest audience out there.
Oh, I never thought about that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you would think, like, hockey is the most sporty sport, even though it's, fourth, maybe even fifth. on the big 4/5 for U.S. sports. But yeah, figure skating is big. Also, new darling of the games, Chloe Kim, which I still think it's weird that snowboarding is an Olympic event.
She is the queen of the pipe, and this is a victory lap.
I'd be curious to see how their urine test for drugs. I bet you'd see some drugs in there, but not the performing enhancement.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they don't test for weed because like no one would be eligible.
This is a glory run. Coming in to the first.
It's sweet, but it's just like a giant half pipe.
2 1080s. Let's see the second, Chloe. Comes around, back-to-back 1080s. Front side 900. Chloe Kim, gold medal already around her neck, but she wants an even bigger score.
She's only 17.
That's insane.
Yeah.
A lot of what I've been following so far with these snowboarders, it's that as long as you don't fall, you have a good chance of being fine. You know, I just my big irk with the Olympics is when you hear judges, the commentators who critique and criticize stuff like they know, and like they nitpick everything. I mean, that's their job to do, but come on, man, I can't even do that stuff on a video game, and these people are half. I don't know how to snowboard. I mean, could you do any of that?
What's the scarier Winter Olympic sport? The skeleton, which we're watching now.
It was also the first time a luge slider died while practicing for Olympic competition. Kumaratashvili's was the second and is unacceptable, says Georgian President Mikhail Saakashvili.
It's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the actual death.
Yeah, you can find it. I know. Yeah, I think skeleton is head first. I think that would be the scariest thing.
It's quite possible. So skeleton or ski jump?
Oh, I never thought about ski jump.
In Eagles, Austria,
I think skeleton, man, because
led the World Cup until last weekend in Altenburg. But Olga Politicina needs a good
I think this would be, I mean, you head first, I mean.
Now, every one of us did the skeleton as a kid, except it's where, like, all kids love snow, except a lot of us grow out of it. Like, I was done with snow, like, when I was, like, 6. I realized, like, this is stupid.
Look at those. Does it say how fast he's going? It's just the top speed. He's like one false move and you might not be walking.
Well, it's like, why did guys get into luge and bobsled? Because they couldn't play basketball. Or hockey.
That looks like the safest crash you could have. Oh.
On the sled and in all sorts of trouble. Yes, letting go of it, I think perhaps would have been her better option there.
Oh, he's fine. That guy didn't die.
It just said crash. I think it's the luge, the one where their feet first.
Oh, it's a woman, Olga.
Obviously, she's shook up.
Ow.
She
seems fine. She's walking.
Yeah, because I feel like the luge and the skeleton is never someone's primary sport. It's like that's what they play if they can't play hockey or basketball.
I mean, it makes you wonder what they do when they're not doing those sports. I mean,
working at Home Depot. Haven't you seen the commercials?
No, I have not.
Yeah. Ooh, ski jump crashes. Here we go. It's a 9-minute video.
It might be a collection of crashes.
Yeah. Which is great. When's the last time you were at Red Lobster? Sorry, the Red Lobster commercial's playing right now.
I think about 3 or 4 years ago. And what did Nick get? The chicken pasta.
Bad news filters through the crowd fast up at the top there, but Ralph Walke is an accomplished ski jumper, and I'm sure he'll handle it well. Oh, gee, he's in trouble too. Get down there.
What a save!
Good save.
He's fine.
Great save for Ralph Walke. You can hear the crowd.
Huge collective sigh. Oh, he came so close to not winding up standing at the bottom of the hill.
Comes to the end. He's in trouble too.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh no!
Face first onto this.
They roll too, and that's
Germany. And like a rag doll, a long slide again. Jeff, this is really starting.
Yeah. Now, I'm of two minds of this. Like, when you see someone crash and get hurt and like break bones and sometimes even worse, it's like, on one hand you feel bad. On the other hand, You knew. You knew what you were getting into. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I don't... there's sympathy, but there's not sympathy.
Yeah, it's like when someone gets injured in a drunken four-wheeling / fireworks accident. No. How could we possibly avoid this senseless tragedy? I do not know.
Laws.
Yeah.
No, okay. Mental illness, maybe. This is very no.
I think I would least prefer to do the skeleton, but ski jump is up there as well.
I'm feeling a little sick to my stomach here, Al. I can't believe this.
What sport do you think you'd be good at doing that? Like I'm very unathletic. I don't know if I can do it. I feel like skeleton shouldn't be hard because all you do is lay down there. And please don't at me, people on Twitter, for saying that these sports are something easier or hard to do. But
I would.
But I mean, think about it. Like bobsledding. If you're like the middle person, I mean, you just jump in a sled.
I think I could do 4-man bobsled because I got lower body strength. Former sprinter. Why is that guy just like covering his face? Is his face messed up?
Don't look at him.
Oh, I bet his face is messed up. Yeah. Yeah. I bet you 4-man bobsled I would be decent at. Also, like if I die, I want to take at least 3 people with me. So that suits my sensibilities.
This whole week I've been thinking nothing but Cool Runnings. Great movie. The most enjoyable part of Winter Olympics is thinking of the great John Candy movie and Dougie Doug, I believe, was in it?
Yeah, Dougie Doug, Leon.
Leon, who at Wikipedia, they're still working folks. They have minor roles in modern TV shows nowadays.
Yeah. All right. Enough stupid ski jump. Let's play the game.
Now it's time to play.
Well, a Wisconsin couple in court today on charges that they were so drunk that they allowed their 9-year-old child to drive their truck.
I mean, that guy's going to be Brett Favre.
I think that was Fox 9.
Wisconsin or Russia?
Now, of course, that is not the game we were playing. We were playing Hockey or Author, Boston Bruins Edition, except close enough. That's what I say to you. All right, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Producer Allie has given us a list of 14 names. It could be authors, could be Boston Bruins hockey players, and then Nick and I have to guess. Nick writes his down, I pontificate mine on air, and then we go through. Nick is surprisingly good at these binary games.
It just means I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty lucky. That is all I have to say.
All right, so the first one, play along at home and tweet in your scores as well, even though everyone's suddenly going to get 14 out of 14. I get it. First off is Anders Bjork. I hate this game already. Anders Bjork, is he a hockey player or an author? Now, I'm really going to struggle in the author section because I feel like every third author is Scandinavian, and every hockey player is Scandinavian or Russian, besides the Canadians. Yeah. So Anders Bjork, I will say, is a hockey player.
I said hockey player.
All right. Both said hockey player. Anders Bjork is hockey player. Yay. Both out to 1-1 tie. Critique, Allie. Next time we should have an extra box where it says, like, what position they play or what book they wrote. Yeah.
Do more work, Allie.
Yeah.
Is what he's trying to say.
Yeah. Next up, Zdeno Chara. Hockey player or author? The Chara novels, like I'm gonna say hockey player.
I said author.
All right, first one we differ on. Zdeno Chara is hockey player. Yeah.
Oh man.
And he's out to a 2-1 league.
Are these current players or?
I don't know. And even if you told me yes or no, I would not know if you were lying. Next up, Knut Hamsun. I always like the name Knut. I feel like there was a cartoon growing up where there was a Canute.
Oh, that's not a silent K.
Yeah.
Nut
Hampson. All right, so Canute Hampson. See, now you get into the stupid game theory part because, she won't put 3 hockey players in a row, right? So I will say author.
I said author.
Both said author. Canute Hampson, author. Yay! I got a 3-2 lead. 3 names in. Number 4, here we go. Hockey player or author, Boston Bruins edition. Next up, Danton Heinen. Danton Heinen. Author or hockey player? I mean, you can see him working the third line. Yeah, defenseman, Danton Heinen. Good for him. I'll say hockey player.
I said hockey too.
Both said hockey. Danton Heinen, hockey player. Hey. I'm a perfect 4 for 4. No big deal. Nick is 3 for 4. I got 1 point lead. Name number 5. Peter Hoeg. Peter Hoeg with the line through the O that you see at IKEA all the time. So Peter Hoeg. I'm going to say author.
I said author.
Both said author. Peter Hoeg. Author. Hey. That's the first one I kind of thought I knew.
That's the exact same thing I thought when looking at the list. I'm like, I feel like that's.
Next up, Henrik Ibsen. Henrik Ibsen. I feel like he's a hockey player. I feel like he's right winger. Henrik Ibsen. Taken out by Donald Brashear. Hockey stick upside the head. Wait, no. Maybe. Screw it. Henrik Ibsen, I'll say author.
I said hockey.
Henrik Ibsen is author. Bam.
I had author at first, but then I was like, no.
Actually, I'm going to look him up because he does sound vaguely familiar. I'm sure he wrote something extremely important. And we're just not doing him disservice. He's probably rolling over in his shallow grave. Henrik Ibsen, major 19th century Norwegian playwright. So is he alive or dead? Yeah.
What do you mean? Is he
father of realism, Brand, Peter Gent, An Enemy of the People. He's nothing. Anyways, back to the list. I have a 6-4 lead. No big deal, Uncle Nick, in your face. Next up, Anton Kahudobin. Anton Kahudobin. I will say hockey.
It's hockey.
Anton Kahubin. Show me hockey. Hockey player. Yeah. Jam. I think I'm perfect.
You might be perfect.
Not in the game, in life, but also in the game. All right, so I got a 7-5 lead. Next up, Soren Kierkegaard.
Kierkegaard.
With another line through the O. What's that called?
O-line.
It's not umlaut, because that's the 2 dots. But now I got to look what that O is. It is.
Well, I'm not trying to cheat.
Well, and I just looked up the O. Diphthong? It doesn't matter. Soren Kierkegaard, I will say, is a hockey player.
Hockey.
Both said hockey. Both are. Oh, incorrect.
Oh, wow.
Soren.
I would have swore that was a hockey player.
All right, now I'm going to look up Soren Kierkegaard.
Is an author.
Danish philosopher, theologian, poet, social critic, blah, blah, blah. Died in 1855. He had a good run. Anyways, back to the list. David Koreczki. David Koreczki. So he's like the Polish David Koresh.
No one gets that reference.
Yeah. That shootout was in Warsaw, not Waco. Yeah. So David Koreczki. See, it's been author. It's been the hockey player. And author. I'll say is an author.
I said hockey.
David Koreczki, we differ, is hockey.
Yes.
Damn it. All right, so Nick is back in the game. I still have a 7-6 lead. We got 5 names to go: hockey player or author, Boston Bruins edition. I'm sure we have some listeners that are like Boston or like hockey fans. They're just like losing their minds. How do you not know who TJ Husmanzada is? That's the equivalent. Next up, Harry Martinson. I feel like this is too much of a straightforward name to be a hockey player, so I'll say author.
I said author.
Harry Martinson. Both said author. Both are. Correct. Bam. I was just ready to snap it off. 8-7 lead. 8-7 lead for me. 4 names to go. Henrik Pontoppidan. Yeah. I will say hockey.
I said hockey.
Both said hockey. Both are. Damn it. Incorrect. Author.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah. Henrik Pontoppidan is a Danish realist writer who shared with Karl the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1917, blah, blah, blah.
I'm assuming none of these guys have written 50 Shades.
No. All these guys are apparently good.
Okay.
Yeah. Who knew? All right, so 3 to go. Paul Postma. Author or hockey player? I will say Paul Postma is a author.
I said author, too.
Both said author. Both are incorrect. Damn it.
I said hockey first in my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it.
All right, 2 names to go. I still have an 8-7 lead. Next up is Tuukka Rask.
Okay.
Yeah. The Game by Tuukka Rask. Probably writes fan fiction on the side if he is a hockey player. I'll say hockey.
I said author.
All right, we differ. This is The Game. Tuukka Rask is hockey player.
Oh, darn it.
9-7, sewed up. One more just for keeping score at home. Tobias Transtromer.
Yeah, that's not what I would call him.
I'll say hockey player.
I said hockey.
Both said hockey. Both are incorrect. Author.
Oh gosh, that would be the kicker that he's an author.
Yeah. So final score of 9-7. I have proven victorious yet again. It's Nick. What are your overall thoughts? Yes. Praise
Dude,
for Caesar.
Allie, you're killing me here, sweetheart. This is way too hard.
Whoa, Morgan Spurlock. You can't call her sweetheart.
I'm Uncle Nick. I can do what I want now. I'm furious. I'm angry.
Yeah. Something you can also do is improve your digital marketing and your website in 2018 for your business and for your hashtag brand. Start the communications group, the Pros. Pros will help you out, and they could probably win this game too. Yeah. Because they're good, because they're smart. They're wicked smart. Digital marketing, web design, branding that resonates with your customers, all in one spot. Find out more. Go to scgpr.com, the Strother Communications Group. All right, Nick, let's do a little news.
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I ain't got time to believe.
You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
I love that drop. I actually love all these drops. All right, Nick, what are we talking about today?
All right, the first one I got is from TheRinger.com, thanks to our producer, Allie, talking about the rise of Valentine's Day in a not-so-Valentine's Day sense. There's been a rise of people who, spend Valentine's Day doing non-Valentine's Day stuff, like going to haunted houses, doing type of... going to see horror movies and seeing a bunch of just doing not romantic stuff, and I thought it was kind of an interesting storyline to talk about.
I understand the anti-Valentine's Day movement. It is kind of a BS holiday that was made up by the card and candy company, but I mean, Singles Awareness Day, Galentine's Day, all cool and proper, but this is a little much.
Visit Valentine.
Yeah.
A one-time only.
Oh my God.
Haunted house event comes to the SF Bay Area. Valentine Haunt.
See, I want to know the people who like work these things, and you could tell like this isn't a job you get off of Craigslist. Like this is a passion.
Yeah, I mean, the people who are business motivated. I mean, you're gonna make some way to make a buck. I mean,
No, I'm not. No, I'm not talking about the like the proprietors. Like I get that. I mean, there's a demand there, but the people who actually like work there for $9.50 an hour.
Oh, I'm assuming they're just either high school / college students or people convicted of like crimes and stuff that can't get a job,
Or like
elsewhere.
the people who spend like $4,000 on Halloween decorations. I always find that weird.
The thing is that there are people who do that. It's mind blowing who take these holidays seriously, and it's not just Valentine's, but St. Patrick's Day, for instance. I mean, a lot of people go all out on any type of holiday. And there's a holiday once, twice a month. People are going to try to make money milking it, either being pro the holiday or anti the holiday.
Yeah, like I understand, different strokes for different folks. Yeah.
I never heard that phrase before.
Yeah. The would you ever go through one of these, Nick? I feel like you are not a haunted house.
No,
person.
I am not. I was terrified at the Minnesota State Fair when I was a kid, and I don't think I can do that. And I used to love horror films.
Wait, what happened to you at the State Fair? Who hurt you? Was it Al Franken?
It was not Franken.
Love music playing, but
it was just one of those. This time, the Minnesota State Fair, if you guys know, has a haunted house on the south side of the fair, and as a kid walking through it, I mean, it's those pop-up scares, people dressed in costume who go there to freak you out, and yeah, as a kid, I went too young and. And I was never the same again.
Wait, how old were you again?
God, I had to have been maybe under 10.
Oh,
or hell, maybe under 16. I don't know.
Did you pee your pants?
I did not pee.
Did you drop your churro?
I might have dropped a churro too.
How often do you eat a churro? Like how many per year do you eat? One or two?
I say one, maybe every 2 years. I never care for churros. It's speaking from a guy who goes to El Burrito Mercado maybe once a month.
Yeah,
I never.
Did you see that they're opening a Minneapolis location?
Are they really? No, I did not.
Yeah, they're taking over from some other Mexican place.
Ooh,
who knew?
I do love El Burrito Mercado. Free plug there for great. Their barbacoa is fantastic. Yeah.
I love that barbacoa. Like no one knows if it's pork or beef, and no one cares.
No one cares. I think it's pork.
Yeah, it could be both.
Yeah, because isn't barbacoa just the style of how it's cooked?
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's pulled pork. Bam. All right, what's next?
All right, next story from you actually was about McDonald's. McDonald's is trying to be healthier kids-wise by opting to get rid of the cheeseburger as an option for Happy Meals, but it's still available on request because, that slice of cheese will definitely make you live a lot longer.
Which is so dumb because, like, by request, isn't every order by request? Like, right now, or like 3 days ago, you go in, hey, can I get a cheeseburger Happy Meal? Yeah, done. Now, by special request, hey, can I get a cheeseburger Happy Meal? Yeah, done.
I'm assuming eventually people will be like, yeah, this hamburger, can I pay extra for cheese with it? I don't know.
Are they going to charge extra for the cheese?
Yeah, they would.
It's so lame.
I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist, but if you're trying to be healthy, you probably shouldn't even be going to McDonald's anyways, right? I mean, that's just... it's the people who order like the double quarter pounders with cheese and then they ask for the Diet Coke thinking that, oh, I'm being healthier. I drink Diet Coke because I like the taste, but enough about that. But I mean, not to just to not overly criticize McDonald's, they are trying to reduce portions of French fries that come with chicken nuggets and they're changing.
No. This is good PR wrapped in dollars and cents because the Happy Meal will still cost the same, but they're shrinking the number of fries. Like they'll take away a nugget.
Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're not going to make it cheaper.
Yeah. Man, it's like, I do remember, though, like, as a kid, I love the hell out of Happy Meals, mainly for the toy. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'd usually get the chicken nuggets.
Has Muggsy had a Happy Meal yet?
No. I don't know. Like, we don't really go to McDonald's, like, at all. Not out of, like a health-conscious choice. Just, like, I don't know, it never really comes up.
Well, to be fair, you are a fantastic cook, and you never need to go to fast food if you keep cooking like Andy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Nick, I made a patty melt today.
You did. It was fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I made Nick a patty melt today.
You did.
Yeah.
See, fast food giant, continuing with this USA Today story, by 2022, at least half of the Happy Meals listed on menus worldwide will have no more than 600 calories.
Wow, 600 calories is a lot for a kid at once.
That's how it's going to be, man.
But, I mean, it is so tough how it is for kids to eat in the first place.
As I said, not a nutritionist, how bad is cheese? I mean, is that such a big deal to have cheese off there? I mean,
oh no.
And what's
cheese? If it's like actual, like natural, like good cheese, with good fats, it would be fine. But I mean, that's the processed American cheese, which is more made out of like hydrogenated oils than anything. So,
what if they change? What if they use healthy cheese?
I could see that being fine.
Do you think the fast food industry will ever drop the?
No, because it's too expensive per unit. Yeah, like oddly enough, though, I do think like American cheese, like the best application is on a burger, like on a burger or in a grilled cheese. Like that's the only place for American cheese, even though it is like it is oil. Like yeah, I know you can get the Kraft singles that are made with 2% milk, but most of them, especially those McDonald's ones, nah.
Do you ever do a cheese ranking? Do you have a favorite cheese?
I do. I like provolone.
Okay.
Let's see here. Provolone, like a smoked Gouda is really good. Pepper Jack is amazing.
What is pepper jack? I mean, obviously for me it's just spicy cheese, but
it's just like a Jack cheese.
Jack cheese.
Like Kobe Jack, except just the Jack.
Okay.
Then they just infuse peppers and stuff in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mooster's really good. Yeah.
Mooster.
Also, like hard Swiss. That was just the cheese show. It's all good.
You should get a cheese special analyst on the show one of these days. I would like to know more about cheese. But I don't know. So do you think this is going to affect McDonald's for the better, for the worst?
No, I think this is just some marginal PR. I do like that they're getting rid of chocolate milk, though, because chocolate milk is just garbage. Like, I don't like that they market chocolate milk as a recovery drink for athletes, because it's just milk, it's lactose, it's added sugar, it's not good.
A side note, I tried drinking lactose-free milk the other day. That is that's pretty weird. I gotta do more research on that, because I love drinking milk. I'm a giant milk drinker, but
yeah.
But obviously it's upsets my tummy now, and trying to find alternative sources.
Nick,
Yeah.
does it make you poop?
It does a lot of upsetting stuff with the belly.
Yeah. Oh, like here, just a sample nutrition label from chocolate milk. 1 cup has 25 grams of added sugar.
That's almost pop. That's like pop numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring up like a Coke now, just for comparison. All right, so a can of Coke has 39 grams of sugar. So how many cups are in an ounce?
I believe it's 8 ounces. 8 fluid ounces for 1 cup, isn't it?
This is good pod. All right, so 1.5 cups. So 1.5 times 25. If only we were good at math here. Times 1.5.
I was a math major.
37.5. So yeah,
so can of chocolate milk is the same as a Coke.
Yeah, 12 ounces of chocolate milk has just slightly less sugar than a can of Coke.
Oh, that's That's mind-blowing.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, what's next?
All right. The next storyline, kind of going local, is about OxyContin makers are trying to stop help contain the whole opioid epidemic by trying not to subscribe as much of the drugs, because obviously the big thing in the last few years has been opioid addiction going on the country. And I'm pulling up the story right now, so sorry for stalling. But for Minnesota, it was kind of a big deal because I believe Amy Klobuchar was trying to pass a bill to try passing a bill for opioids to kind of, try to help control this epidemic. And, I'm all for that. I don't know anyone who's addicted to opioids, but hopefully.
Yeah. Like, the thing about the opioids is that, like, if someone gets injured or gets like some work done, like a root canal, or throws out their back or whatnot, and then the doctor, in their infinite wisdom, or the dentist, whatever, prescribes them some oxycontins, oxycodones, then they get hooked on those, and it could be like, we're not even talking about like the less seedy people in the world. Like, this could be like your aunt, who's like a middle manager at Sun Country Airlines, right? She's like an account manager, and then she gets a root canal. She gets on these oxys, and then all of a sudden she needs more oxys. So she runs out of prescriptions. She's stealing from open houses, and she's up to like 100 Vicodin or oxys a day. And then once she can't afford that, once she's gotten fired for stealing from the company, that's when she gets into heroin, because heroin is cheap. And like, it's really sad, because that's where it's true, but that's where a lot of the areas, especially like Appalachia, West Virginia, where the opioid addiction has really hit, it's where it is now. Like, everyone is on heroin.
It's so mind blowing, and for me saying it, it's because obviously I haven't had to be a doctor in years. I've never suffered any type of pain, and for a good point. I mean, people who go through injuries and stuff like that, they might need something like this in the beginning, but in the end, this addiction stuff that in the beginning, in the 90s, when opioids, OxyContin was all coming out and everything, they were promoting it so much, and it was a wonder drug to help with pain, and they said no addictions would happen. Well, spoiler alert, there were a lot of addictions, and it ruins a number of lives.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it says they're now trying to pass laws, pass new rules now, and obviously with politics, who knows how far all this stuff will come to tuition. It's just it's doing something. Hopefully.
Yeah. Have you ever been high on oxy though?
No, I've never needed any. I never needed any painkillers other than maybe like a strong ibuprofen for wisdom teeth being pulled or something.
I'm not gonna lie. When my dad was dying of cancer, he had a huge stash. Like, he had a bucket, probably about 8 inches wide, 6 inches deep, of just like oxycodone.
Wait, a bucket? How do you get a bucket?
No, it's like a a box with like a bunch of bottles.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I may have helped myself to a couple of them, and boy, I tell you what, I understand it.
See, I've never had any, and and I don't want to say this on the air, but I'm curious what it's like. I don't know what the addiction. I don't know what the deal is. I know how lame it is me talking about not being a drug addict or anything, or eating stuff like this.
Why people get addicted to things, like whether it be drugs or food or alcohol, it's because it feels good. Like, that's the part of it that I don't think people understands. Like, especially if you have food addiction, like, hell, if you eat $50 worth of McDonald's every single day, it's because it makes you feel good, right?
It does make you feel so good.
I'm trying to find the... I was trying to find the... I'm going to be high as a kite by now.
Oh, I think that's the second verse.
This is just a good song, too. Yeah, Elton was in the second Kingsman movie.
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah. He was Julianne's more...
He is, a little bit of news for him, he is doing his sign up for a final farewell tour. I know his health was been declining for a number of years, and he's coming to the Twin Cities, I believe, in February of 2019.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've seen him in concert, though.
How old do you think Elton John is? Over, under 60?
Over. I think he's closer to 70.
Oh. Also, is Elton John's a stage name, right?
Yeah, his name is Reginald something. Reginald Denning or something.
Oh, he is 70, right on the nose. Man, I'm bad at this. A spouse is Renate Blaulo and David Furnish. I wonder if he is an heir to like a furniture company.
Yeah. The cool. For me, my brother growing up, I'm a big Billy Joel fan. So Elton John was obviously the British equivalent of Billy Joel because both obviously are major pop rock stars who use piano as their main instrument. And I think that's a good argument. You can argue who's better, Billy Joel or Elton John. And with Elton, the thing about Elton is a lot of his big songs were never written by Elton. See, Billy Joel is a good songwriter. He's written many of his biggest hits. Elton John had to use, I think his friend is Barney Taupin. Might be pronouncing his name wrong, but Barney Taupin, I think, was responsible for a number of Elton John's.
And it's still rock and roll to me. Yeah. Yeah, close enough. That's news.
The news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Also, something you should not F yourself on is a great night's sleep because I got the best mattress I've ever owned. Lisa Sleep is the way to go. Right to your door. It is shipped, 100 nights guaranteed. You actually get to try it out. And if it's not your cup of tea, send it back for zero cost. They pay for the shipping, but you won't. You're not going to do that. Nick has one.
I do. It's fantastic. I sleep like a baby on it. A big old fat baby.
Lisa.com/purpleftw is the place to go. Get you $100 off any size mattress you want. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Hit it up on the best mattress that you will ever own because it's time to upgrade. You know, it's upgrade season. So let's do that with our mattresses. Lisa.com/purpleftw, $100 off any size mattress. Nick, what's coming up from you this week? What are you working on?
I'm hoping to catch up with some movies. Black Panther comes out this weekend. I'm hoping to, if I don't see it this weekend, next weekend, just so I can be up to date on my Marvel action films.
In the cinematic universe, because that's important.
That is important to me.
Yeah. All right. Show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. And if you enjoy us, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Homie Army. Thanks, producer Allie, for making us not sound so stupid today. But for Nick, I'm Andy Singh and Young Sayonara. And bye-bye. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to Bowl with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.